Okay, everybody, listen up. Today we're going to talk about doing Delta Elite, and I don't mean the airplane. Let's go see what I'm talking about. Okay, everybody, welcome to the hideout today, and today we're going to talk about a Colt Delta Elite 10mm. But before we drag our beauty out of the box, let me say thank you to everyone for subscribing. Anybody who has not, please do click subscribe, click the little ringy dingy out there so you get the notification. Check us out at sarge1911.com. We're having a big time, all fun, join in the party, and let's go. All right, we're going to talk about Colt Delta Elite. Now, Colt produced the Delta Elite, which is a 10mm. Get my wire straight here for everybody slaps me. It's a 10mm 1911 mostly. About 1987, Colt produced the 1911 in 10mm. Now, they don't really call it a 1911. They called it a modified 1911. Before then, the only 10mm out there was something like a Sten gun or a Bren or something. It failed commercially. So Colt was really the only or the first commercial gun company to make a 10mm pistol. Now we've got a few others, and like the Glocks and other stuff, but they're not 1911. So I'm gonna bring it out and have a look at it. And I'm gonna start with a magazine first, just because I find this thing to be a little bit odd. Look at the follower in the magazine. Can you see that? How that's rounded? Does that make sense? That's a little bit unusual. I noticed that right away when I pulled that out, and normally I might not have caught my eye, but it did today. So what we've got is a magazine that holds 8. So we can get 8 plus 1 in the magazine. Now here's the handgun. And everybody look, it looks just like a 1911. And I'm going to say it is a 1911. The differences are so minute, it's not different. The biggest ip is going to be the hammer. They call this like the commander style hammer. I'm just going to call it a skeletonized hammer. This thing is really jacked up. As a matter of fact, just for shits and giggles, if you look at this box of 10mm right here, that says bear load. So a lot of people got enough confidence in this 10mm ammo and this 10mm cartridge to take it bear hunting. Sarge 1911, probably not. I'm probably going to stay with my 44 Magnum, but this supposedly is capable of doing it. Let's just have a look at it. We'll start in here like I normally do. We got just a regular 1911 with some white Novak type sights on it. You can see them in it all there. Trying to get you a good look. That's one thing we like to try to do so you can see it. We got the white sights on it. There's serrations on the back. That's it. Nothing fancy. You see them? It's open all the way across the top. I did mention the hammer a little bit. You see how open it is? I did mention the hammer skeleton, and you'll see how deep it sets down into the beaver tail there. It sets down deep into the beaver tail. It's only got the safety on one side. I like that. Not two. It's got some black rubberized kind of pistol grips on it, checkered, and it's got the Delta emblem in it. Now, those of you who do or do not know, the Delta emblem is just a pyramid looking shape that in mathematical terms actually means the change. So like from 1 to 3, the change is 2. How they got that on a handgun and what it represents, I don't know. You guys give me some feedback and tell me what you think. Got a nice beaver tail on it and a nice memory bump. Got a little bit of texture on the back. Right here, I don't know if you're getting it or not. We'll roll it around in the front, there is no texture. I think I would like to have some texture on the 10mm because I think I'm going to expect a little bit of recoil. The trigger, black, skeletonized. Now, let me talk just a little bit. I'm going to put it down. Let me talk just a little about this thing. So this thing come out in about 1987. Colt makes the first successful 10 millimeters. They had a variant 1 and a variant 2. One of them was blued, and one of them was like this color here, stainless. Then we had a variant 3. The variant 3 was a gold cup target model. I think they only manufactured 500 of those, so that would be a fine collector's item. Then we get to a variant 3, and what the difference is, I believe, is the pistol grip just wraps around. You guys may know what I'm familiar with. They wrap around and have the finger molds in the front of the pistol grip. That may be a variant 3. Then we have a variant 4. The variant 4 they called a 1040. I'm sorry, they called it a 1040, which what actually was, you had the ability to swap out some barrel and stuff here and change from a 40 Smith & Wesson to a 10 millimeter and back and forth. So it was called the 1040. And then we got another variant which is also a match grade. Basically the big difference in these handguns, other than the 1040, is just the pistol grips. You got a pistol grip change and you got a color change. So you can have stainless or blue. You can have pistol grips like this, or you can have wraparound pistol grips. I think the final variation actually had a wooden pistol grip. So, you know, between the 4 or 5 variations, they're all basically the daggum things are the same except for some cosmetics. The pistol grip being different, and that's about it. Internally and the rest of it, it's all the same thing. You know, I'm excited to go out and shoot it and see what it does. We're going to see what the trigger is on this thing. One of those variants, variant 3 maybe, where they had 500 of them gold cup ones, that was like a collector item. That would be one that if you could find, it would be really good to add to somebody's collection. Let's see what we get. Come on, that's a 3.5. Man, that's excellent, excellent, excellent. You know what? 10 mil. I'm not a fond of the 10 mils in particular because I'm so accustomed to my 44 Magnum. But man, a 1911, and I don't care what you say, this is a 1911 through and through to me. And the only thing bad I don't like is I got one magazine. You know, the box, I'm okay with the box. They give me a blue plastic box. I got my bicycle lock, which, you know, I'm even beginning to think in today's world, this is useless as a bicycle lock. I mean, some homeboy just gonna come up and rip the damn thing off the post and ride away anyway, so what good is that? So anyway, let's take this thing outside, try it out for fit and finish, see how it works. So let's just all go out and go bang, 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 let's go. Okay, we're outside the hideout once again. Today we're out here with the Delta Elite, Colt Delta Elite 10 millimeter. You know, a couple of pounds, 2.5 maybe, I don't know, I didn't check. Barrel just over 5 inches, trigger pulled like at 3.5 pounds. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Nice set of sights on it. I robbed a magazine from the 10 millimeter Ronin that I got, so we're gonna, well, at least we got 2 magazines. So let me just go ahead and try. And one thing I want to point out again before we get started, I got a few rounds of this Blazer aluminum ammo. It could be that stuff don't feed real good. We're gonna try it and see. And then we'll switch over to some of this Bear Load, which is all brass. And that's a 200 grain 10 millimeter, so it should go really good. Let me put some hearing protection on. First up, we'll shoot some Blazer out of the Colt magazine. Put it on safe. I do want to point out one thing to you while I keep the weapon safe. The magazine release on this thing is tough. That thing really needs some work on it. You know, it needs to be taken out, trimmed back a coil, maybe 2 coils, before you put it back together. And see, we can't lighten that magazine release up some. You know, I don't know why they do some of those things. Maybe that's so you can bring it to your local guy and make some money. All right, let's see what we got. Boy, the sun's right there. Let's see. And right there, we got a problem. I expected it. That Blazer magazine ammo. I tell you what, let's do. Let's do this. Let's don't even run that crap. Let's put some good ammo in. And I say good but this is the magazine that come out of the Ronin. Now, I got 2 or 3 rounds of Blazer in it. Let's see what it does. Man, one-handed today. Lock back. That sun is right there. I apologize you guys for that. I'm going to dump out. Let me take this off. I'm going to dump out this Blazer. Just take it out of the magazine and load something else in there. Hopefully this stuff will fire just a little bit better. I was kind of half expecting that. That's why I mentioned it at the end. I hate to waste that stuff. It just costs too much money, all of it. You know, right now we're talking about if you can find this stuff in excess of $50 a box. So every time you pull that trigger, it's costing you $1 and some change. But that's part of the game, I guess. If you want to play, you got to pay. So let me load up a few more real quick. Like I said, 8 plus 1 for 9. I'm just going to stick whatever's in there. Get them ears back on. And I'm going to move myself right here. So I got a shade tree between me and the target. Let's see if that helps any. So we still need a little lubrication on it, but it's still running. I tell you what, let's go ahead and stop the video real quick. I'm gonna load up some more of these and we'll come right back. Okay, we're back. We loaded up 2 magazines, got a change of sunglasses on. I don't like my fashion is really gonna make a difference in my accuracy, but I can try. Lock and slide back. You know, right here, safety's on. No, but not chamber. There we go, safety's on. Let me put the hearing protection on. You know, this is a pretty nice handgun. Need to be fired. You can definitely feel the recoil in it. Let's see if I can hit something with it. Lock back. That magazine release is real tight. Let's try this Ronin magazine. If you'll notice how tight that is, just to get the magazine in, it's kind of sticky right there, so you can either slap it in or push the magazine release in, but that's still an indication of how tight, and the whole weapon's tight like that. You can see, slide does not want to go forward sometimes. It's just, we need to break in on this gun. And you know, guys, there's 2 ways to break it in. You can take it apart and put it on your bench and just polish the shit out of it. Or you can come out and shoot the shit out of it, and it's a lot more fun. You know, it's a little bit more expensive one way, but take the enjoyment of breaking your guns in. It's like everything else. You know, you got to break them in. Watch what happens. See the slide there not go all the way forward? Watch this. And all we got is the weapon's just brand new. It's a little sticky. A little tight, and needs a little shooting down on it. You know, I don't mind standing out here shooting until the ammo runs out. And I think if you guys don't mind, y'all can stay with me for one more magazine. I'm enjoying it. Turn around so you can hear me. I like the way this magazine loads with the top of it being round the way it is. You know, if you'll look at this other one, if you'll remember inside we talked about how round this magazine, look at that one there's flat. Difference. I don't know if that's something new. Tell you what, I've not witnessed it on any other 1911 magazine. First time I've seen that. How many did I put in? You guys count? I don't count. Obviously enough. You know what? I'm gonna see if these will run just a little bit better. All right, here we go. I guess I had 6. You know what, fellas? Nice handgun. I wanted to share it with you. If you can see already, it's starting to loosen up. Nothing at all. No rattle, no jiggle, no nothing. Fine sights, accurate handgun. I'm loving it, loving it. Ah, feels good. I tell you what though, that's all for today. So until we shoot again, shoot safe and shoot straight. Hoo. Sarge 1911 pumpkin. Tons of fun.